What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little bit. Got no boat, as you can maybe see over here. The truck's in the garage. We had a massive hailstorm last night. Bunch of rain. We got like 4 inches of rain in like 30 minutes. And temps dropped to like 80. It's gonna be in the 30s. So perfect recipe for nasty storms. But everything should be fine. So hopefully the boat's in the shop getting some stuff done. So they just kept it over there inside their shop to protect it, and then I could just park the truck inside the garage here temporarily. But we're gonna be doing some baits that you've probably never seen or don't remember. They're all discontinued. I still have quite a few that I still use. Some are actually one of them is my wife's favorite. She loves this whole bait. They're all soft plastics, so we're going to start off with, and it's weird, I think 3 of them are Berkeley stuff. A bait that I use pretty much like when I practice for tournaments. It's a neat little bait. So this is the Berkeley Beast. Probably never seen it. You might have never seen any of these. This is a Berkeley Beast. This is a flipping bait. Super thin bait. The problem with the Beast was it was too thin up top where the hook went in. So it would tear quite a bit on the top. Nice thing is it did glide pretty well when it came in the water. So if you threw like an 1/8 ounce or 3/16 ounce weight, a lot of guys would throw it weightless as well. Nice little punching bait. It did glide well, so punching under docks and stuff like that, it was kind of nice. But that's the Berkeley Beast. Interesting color. I mean, this is just straight green pumpkin here. I've got a bunch. This is the Beast Junior. Very odd color here. I don't even know what they call this color. It's Junebug Candy. A little bit smaller bait for mini finesse punching. Cool little bait. Just didn't take off well. I'm pretty sure it's because the durability was straight garbage on the top end where the hook went in, because it would split it right down the middle here when you catch a fish or two. Not bad. I mean, it's not the Elastec stuff. Has that typical Berkeley power bait formula smell. And as you can see, it's an old school package. You know, their claim was a fish would hold on to it for 18 seconds. 18 seconds. The average scent was only 3. Unscented baits was 1 second. Yeah, it's pretty bold claims there on the baits. But that is the Berkeley Beast. Neat little bait. I use it for just bed fishing and practice, just because they get tore up so easily. I usually go on to like a beaver style. Beavers get tore up as well. But got a bunch of those. I don't know where these guys go. Green pumpkin. I got some black ones as well. The next one from Berkeley. Actually, I'm going to do this one from another company that is a little bit smaller company. I don't even think they exist anymore. They're one of the first ones to do a realistic tube craw. A lot of guys have done the craws, and a lot of guys have done the tubes. Usually the craws are a thick body, full pour, but these were a hollow Betty. This is like a legit tube. And these are the Madman lures. And that is the craw. Actually pretty legit for, all these baits are probably 20 plus years old. I mean, the molding, everything was great on these. Realism. Really cool looking bait. Again, you can Texas rig this. You can put it on like a slider head. You can put it on a jig head. But full hollow internals here. You could stuff it with like a foam, put your scent in there. The claws are solid, so they floated. Really neat bait. This is in their green pumpkin, red shad. Awesome spring color. I might actually take these with me this week once the boat gets back, and probably flip these around some shallow cover. I've got black shads as well. Let me see what else I've got. I think these are watermelon seed. I've got some June bugs and some black and blue flake. But another just cool little bait that they don't make anymore, and I just don't throw them a ton because I don't want to go through them. So I usually just bring them out when I mess around or just special occasion stuff, whatever. But that's the watermelon. Super realistic, a little stiff, not bad though. A little more durable. The tail here is really thick, so when you put in your hook and stuff, it won't tear, which is really nice. So that's a really thick part of the bait. And then you have your solid claws here, solid legs. Not really a scent to them. I think it just smells like plastic. So yeah, you're supposed to just inject that with foam or like a sponge you can put in there. Usually I put the sponge and then you hook through the sponge and it keeps the sponge, and you can put your scent on that. Next one is from Berkeley again. Probably one of the coolest worms. They come in 2 different sizes. You can see they're really old. This thing is like disintegrating. This is the 7-inch squirmer. This is the Berkeley squrmmmmors. Berkeley squrmmmmors. Yeah, you probably never heard of them. But this is the bait. Really cool bait. Awesome action in the water. This is probably one of my favorite baits. I've got a bunch of 10, I think they're 10-inch or 12-inch ones. Much thicker. I don't know if they're accessible. Probably up there. 10-inch. All right, so I found it. So here's the bigger ones. So there's our small one there. And then here's the big one. With the kind of like segmented bends to them so it collapses in the water. Stick this over here. So you have your 2 different sizes. So this is red shad, green flake. It's just a little bit more flexible in the water. Also creates some kind of air pockets under here on the lips here. Pretty cool. I mean, durability, it actually wasn't too bad considering this is a thin section in each of the parts of the worm. But really, if I'm catching solid fish out of this and the durability is okay, I'd rather catch some solid fish. The smaller one, yeah, you can get pecked a little bit by, you know, green sunfish, bluegill, all that kind of stuff. But I still didn't have any issues with durability. It's not the Elastec or anything like that. It's just your typical plastics. Awesome little bait. It comes in, I have Tequila Sunrise as well. Good summertime color. Awesome color as well. And then I have, God, what is this? Like electric grape. Cool baits. I like a little bit bigger profile. I'm just a big fan of 10 and 12-inch worms instead of 7-inch worms. Just because of profile. I like the bigger profile, but you know, if you want to go out and catch a bunch of fish on a smaller worm, awesome little bait. But that is the Berkeley squrmmmmors, and I've got a bunch of them actually. I've got quite a few packs over here. I've got a bunch of blacks, straight blacks. I think I've got some more put in boxes. I don't know if that'll hang up because it's pretty beat up. Those guys over there. And then the last one, another Berkeley product. It's actually kind of being remade right now. Not by Berkeley though. And this is the Berkeley bungee worm. So it comes like this from the package. I got a bunch of them. So I have a bunch of just Ziploc bags. This is a small one. They make a little bit bigger one. But again, for like, this is my wife's favorite little worm. We just Texas rig it with a little 1/4 ounce weight or 3/16 ounce weight, and you can catch the absolute crap out of bass on it. She absolutely loves it. It's just a great little worm for her. So you can take the pinch, and it coils under the water. So when you pause it or you pop it, it straightens out, and then the whole thing will coil up. There's another company, I think it's Chompers right now. They're making it's the possum tail. It is very similar to this. I think it's a little bit more recoil or coiled. And they made it a little bit longer. This is probably a 7-inch. They probably made a 10-inch, and it's a little bit thicker bait. This is in Tequila Sunrise. But I've got Tequila Sunrise in here. I've got a couple black ones. I've got some chartreuse whites over here. I don't know if they're in accessible. Bunch of them in this bag. I've got red shads, motor oil, black. So yeah, I've got straight black ones. The great motor oil color, red shads, the chartreuse and white color, some random, I think this is Jumba green and motor oil, and then I've got the Tequila Sunrise and blacks. Those are it, guys. Those are just some baits that you've probably never seen or heard of. Maybe you have. If you have, post down below. If you haven't, post down below. But just interesting, cool little baits that I just kind of keep for a rainy day, like yesterday. So smash that thumbs up, guys. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.